Kai Havertz is out for the rest of the season. Every day I'm thinking that I'm not going to make more videos on this, and every day news always comes out about it. Kai Havertz, hamstring injury in Dubai, is out for the rest of the season. Look, just at this point, we might as well call the season off. We're not going to win anything now. Like, if it wasn't guaranteed before, it's guaranteed now. We're not winning anything. It was the one thing as well, the one player that I was worried about getting injured was Kai Havertz. No, because we don't have any strikers officially, and now we don't even have any unofficial strikers. We've literally got nothing up front. What have we got? We've got Trossard, we've got Sterling, and we've got, you could argue, Ethan Wanyeri. Well, what happens then, come the Chelsea game, when Sterling can't even play? Because obviously Sterling's on loan from Chelsea, and he can't play against your parent team, your parent club. So now we've got to ask, what happens now? Are we going to alter our formation? Are we going to change up who's up front? And who would you even put up front? There's a little bit of debate going on about that. I've seen a few people saying Ethan Wanyeri should go up front. Other people saying that Ethan Wanyeri should start on the right and Trossard up front, put Sterling on the left. But even if we manage to find a solution for that, our formation against Chelsea, I think, actually has to change now. We've got two attackers. We've got one unofficial attacker. He naturally plays in midfield. And when we play Chelsea, Sterling obviously can't play. So we might actually have to alter our formation. But what are we going to alter it to? We're going to alter it to like a 4-4-2? A 4-3-2? Sorry, a 5-3-2? But this begs the question, why didn't we bring in the reinforcements? And generally, I think Arteta did want to bring in the reinforcements. You can see the frustration in him when the reinforcements didn't come. But you look at it, and the way I see it, we probably didn't get a comfortable deal from it, because obviously there were teams out there, they knew how desperate we were, and we were absolutely desperate. We were on our knees, and they would have wanted to take full advantage of it. They would have wanted to give us deals that we didn't necessarily want. They didn't want to give us our temporary solutions. They wanted to take us for what we're worth. But at the end of the day, I think we can safely say we're not going to win the Champions League. Not with these kind of injuries. Even if our team was fully fit, I still don't think we have enough firepower up front. But now that our front is completely demolished, I don't even think we're going to make it too far then. Premier League, at this point, it's all a matter of staying in the top four. And we have to stay in the top four. We can't afford to drop out of the Champions League football, because that won't be attractive to players come summer. And it annoys me that this early on in the season we have to talk about the summer transfer window that's going to come up. I mean, it goes to show how poor the season's been. And we have been poor. I had really high hopes for this season, last season. Last season was me sitting there and saying, oh, we were just, was it a few points off? 2 points off, I think? Yeah, we're just 2 points off of Man City last season. Oh, we need to sign a striker, get that attack in. We're going to close the gap. We didn't get the striker. We focused on a defender and a midfielder. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we have them, but they're not the solution. They're not what we need immediately. They're good long term, but even then, another thing you want to look at come summer, you want to look at the players that are leaving. Obviously, we've got our loans that are going to go back. So we've got Neto and Sterling who are going to go back. And you're looking at you're looking at 3 players, I think, that are going to leave on a free. So you're looking at Tini that's going to leave. You're looking at Jorginho who's going to leave, and you're looking at Partey who's going to leave. And you could argue, yes, we're going to get 2 loan players in. We're going to get Fabio Vieira in, and we're going to get Nelson in. But let's be honest, they're not part of the plan anymore. They're not part of the long-term plan here. I think with Reece Nelson coming back, it will give us a bit more comfort to go out and buy attackers instead of worrying about a backup right wing. But I still believe, even with Nelson back, we will still need a backup right wing. But you need to think about who we have to replace. Because if these players are leaving on a free, plus there were 2 players, Yakupiwa and Zinchenko, who are rumoured to be sold summer. So that's 7 players that we're losing. And who are we going to bring in? Well, it looks like Zubamendi's coming in. Sesko maybe come in. Nico Williams possibly come in. But if we lose 7 players and we bring in those 3 players plus the loan players coming back in, we still have 2 players that have left overall, 2 gaps that we have to fill. And we'll probably spend a little bit on a goalkeeper as well, on a backup goalkeeper. So I suppose that would be something. So possibly 1 player deficit. But you still gotta say, look, a lot of these problems have not been resolved. We're now how many games in? We are currently oh god, Everton's 1-0 up. I didn't even notice. Everton's 1-0 up. That'll be good for us, but I still want to talk about us. Yeah, what's it? We're 24 games in. Everton 1-0 up. So that'll close the gap. Sorry, that'll keep the gap the same and take away Liverpool's game in hand. Still with 6 points though, and the fact that we lack an attack, it's not looking good for us at all. But look, it's now 1-1. Never mind. I take it back. What's it? Alexis McAllister. Yeah. I take it back. Right as I say that, they score. But look, end of the day, we should have addressed these issues and we didn't. That's the reality. We should have brought in attackers in the summer. And with what we're hearing now, it's sounding like Zubamendi's going to come to Arsenal. It's sounding like Sesko is going to come to Arsenal. And it sounds like Nico Williams might come to Arsenal if we just meet the demanded wages, which is around 300,000 per week. We need attackers badly. And I wonder if in summer we can actually sort that out. Because another thing we will be needing to sort out is a backup goalkeeper as well. If anything happens to Raya, we do not have another backup. So you look at that and you think that's 4 different positions that we need to address. And that's going to be just in the summer. And for other clubs, you would look at it and say, oh well, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But we're Arsenal. We don't act like that in the transfer window. I don't know why. We have a lot of money. We generate a lot of revenue. and yet we haggle over pennies. That's what took so long with Calafiori. That's what took so long with Mikel Mourinho. It's just that we haggled. Because we haggled, we couldn't address the areas that we wanted to address in time. And Sterling, he was just an absolute panic loan. But regardless, let me know what you think down below. Like and share, it really helps the channel, and please subscribe, and I will see you, I've said this I think twice before, but I will see you in the Leicester preview.